Hello all. This is just a trip down memory lane for me. I'm looking at pictures that I got sent from a mate. It was pictures he took. It was a year after I started on the buses, so way back in. Well, I started in August 2008 with Travel Dundee at the time. As you'll see on the photos, of the bus that I was driving was a Volvo B10L, and that was a year after I started, so 15 years ago exactly to this month, this being 2024 now. And you can see it's old memories. You see the old Travel Dundee uniform and Travel Dundee logo. The bus that I'm driving there was on the Whitfield, and that was doing the old terminus at Summerfield. This is before they even built the Crescent where the Whitfield buses go now. That's going along Summerfield Avenue, and the model of bus that I'm driving there is a Volvo B10L with the right liberated bodywork. It's a single decker. These were the first buses that the Dundee got after they were bought by National Express back in 1997. That model of bus replaced the Volvo Elsie buses. The Volvo Elsie being my favourite buses of all, especially the 36 to 50 fleet. So just a very brief nostalgic video. And also I've got all the footage here, by the way, apart from the pictures that are showing me in them. All the other footage was taken by me. The video clips with the buses being scrapped here was taken by me. I took all these videos over the years. This is well and truly before I even thought of going on YouTube. I mean, geez, I only went on YouTube in 2020, 4 years ago. So all these footage and pictures, apart from bus 12, that was taken recently. That's when I done YouTube videos and the bus being towed away. But prior to that, the photographs of bus 39 in the scrapyard, that was taken by me in 1998. The single decker bus, that was the Volvo B10L, was getting scrapped around about 2013, was it 2014, thereabouts, many years ago anyway. Again, the footage is as good as it can. These videos, by the way, the full videos of them are up on the channel already. These are just clips from the videos that I've already made and put up on my channel. They're titled Scrapping of Bus 12, Scrapping of Bus 39, and the other one was Scrapping of the Volvo B10Ls. That model there is a B10L. They had another model very similar to it called the Volvo B10 BLE. That was the right bodywork, right renowned bodywork. The B10L's fleet numbers started from 122 to 151. There's two batches, 122 to 141, the KSL batch. You see me in the picture, that's 133 at this time. The 142 to 151 were the averages. They came to it 6 months later in 1997. Same model. And then in March 98 we got the Volvo B10 BLEs, the first of them, 152 to 161, they were put in the St Mary's. Then we got 3 smaller mini buses, Volvo B6 BLEs. Then they started buying the other bigger Volvo, went back to buying the Volvo B10 BLEs, 165 to 165 to 179, and they went on the Downfield. They were V-Regis in 1999. Eventually they all got, a lot of them got scrapped. 2015 sort of onwards. A lot of them got transferred to Birmingham, and then some of them came back up again. Well, 3 of them came back up, and then done a few years in service and they got scrapped. But that, when I looked at that picture anyway, geez, it's nostalgic, you know. It was only yesterday that bus being towed away, the double decker, was going away to go to scrap. That was a Volvo B7TL. Dundee got a batch of 18 of them in 2004. But although that particular one that you saw there was being towed away in the Glasgow area to get scrapped. And that batch was actually new to 6 of them. They were new to Birmingham originally and transferred up to Dundee in 2015, and they done service until last year, and that was it, just getting taken away for scrap. But the other batch that Dundee bought, brand new for Dundee, it was Travel Dundee, the 1 to 18 fleet. They're sort of like, most of them are scrap now. There is a few running down in the Stirling area for lighter service work, but yeah, that's a long time ago. There's no more Volvo B10Ls running in Dundee for service. that was when it was owned by National Express. It's now owned by McGill's, and they've got a different fleet of buses. The oldest ones we've got in the fleet are the Volvo B7 RLEs. Oh, actually, tell a lie, the Volvo B10, the Volvo B7 TL double decks, right, Gemini body was the 06 plates. They were actually originally new at Birmingham, but they were transferred up into Dundee in 2017. They are 06 plates, 18-year-old. The ones that are like Dundonian, if you like, but new to Dundee were the single deckers, the 61 plate Volvo B7 RLEs with right Eclipse bodywork, and the 12 plate ones just months later. Also Volvo B7 RLEs with right Eclipse bodywork. The other fleet later buses we've got are the Enviro 400 MMCs, 68 plate and 69 plates. The single decker that you see me there, that was driving that day on April the 4th, 2009. I got the date from the file. Well, I think that's rough. It was April anyway, April 2009. Don't quote me with the date, but it was 15 years ago this month. Well, that was a 10 litre engine. Had the engine horizontally mounted. It was on the side and it was at the rear, and it was at a slight angle of 6 degrees, being the B10L, the 10 litre engines. And the Voith transmission 3-speed, and I think it was a drop centre rear drive axle. The Volvo B10 Baileys had also a horizontal inline engine at the rear with the ZF box, and it went into more of a straight axle because it was a slightly different model. The Volvo B10L, the reason the engine was near it was closer to the near side and slightly angled at 6 degrees into the centre was to allow for an offside entrance. Well, in this country it would be offside, but in the European market it would be on their near side. Something like that. I've got the specifications in that. I mean, shortly after they got the buses, I wanted to get the specifications. I've always been in the buses since 1987 as a bus spotter, since I was 12. So, and into the more of the technical side of the buses, how they're built, how they run, the engines, transmissions, and all that. I've got a long story about 36 to 50, but I'm not going to do it on this video. This is just a brief trip down memory lane video, and I thought I'd just share them with you because the bus there that I was driving that day is no longer running around. There's no buses of that model in Dundee in service. There is a few of them that are restored and in preservation, but there's none of them in service, doing service work for Dundee with Explore Dundee. They were extinct. Gosh, the last one of them would have ran probably 2017 or something. 2018, something like that, 2017, I have to think that, maybe before that, 2016, many years ago anyway, but just looking at that, and as I say, that where I am there at Whitfield, it doesn't do that anymore. The buses go straight up and up to the crescent. That was even built when that picture was taken. So yeah, I just thought I'm just looking at these pictures and I thought I'd just share that with you. Yeah, trip down memory lane. Okay, well, hope you enjoy it. That was just what this video was about. So put it on YouTube for my other mates to see it, and you can see it as well. That's when my hair wasn't so grey as well. Right, cheers. Bye for watching. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Sorry. See you there. Bye.